Next, the Packers visit the Big Easy to take on the Saints, who are without Drew Brees for the first time since 2005. It's the start of a new era in New Orleans, and it's only on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints.
Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And, CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made, because last year we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from the Superdome.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field.
They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 10th NFL season now, a two-time Pro Bowler, Kirk Cousins.
After the career that he's had in the NFL thus far, you get the sense that he was underrated coming out of college. Not just great intangibles, but the ability to make plays come alive, whether he's exiting the pocket or throwing from within the confines of it.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Cousins.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He was looking for Antonio Gandy-Golden that time.
And it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
And that's nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And taken right on the 30. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And here come the Saints for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in April, the rookie from Clemson, Trevor Lawrence.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
On 2nd and 12,
Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Cousins to throw it. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll throw again. Cousins.
It's another pass to Pyramid, and it's complete.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So that challenge is a successful one.
Pushes past him. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 3rd down, Cousins.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a give, right side, Swift. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Throwing is Cousins. He's got this one complete to Perriman. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.
The throw went him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now Cousins.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted.
Picked off by Ronald Darby. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level. The quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Now Lawrence on first down. To Boyle here over the middle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Running left, it's Henry.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And that's right here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
On first down, Lawrence. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Here's Lawrence.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. The big fella. He's at the 50.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Lawrence.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
CeeDee Lamb
There to make the grab.
and the Saints on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
You throw, what, a touchdown strike?
there you go. That's my man in concert.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to bounce that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
That one's on Quentin Nelson, the all-pro guard.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Cousins now from the 50. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
On play action, Lawrence.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Lawrence will throw. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. But to throw again is Lawrence. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Blake Martinez. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Following the interception, Cousins.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
The Packers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that will tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Henry running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. This will be caught. Judy.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
He dumps it off for Henry. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Lawrence. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
No, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
So that'll back him up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Throwing, Cousins.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, Cousins. Caught left side by Kyle. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
He's to the 10 and out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Royce Freeman punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the final act came from Royce Freeman on the touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence.
He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Jerry Jeudy
there to make the grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the second, sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long hand?
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Ebron with it over the middle. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. To throw is Cousins. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
They'll throw again. Cousins.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air
in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Saints. Jerry Jeudy, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, we saw Trevor Lawrence take plenty of deep shots in his days at Clemson, and he shows off that cannon of an arm here as a rookie at the NFL level.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete. Dory Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. Here's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Emmanuel Ogba that time, able to drop him for a loss.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Vinny Curry. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
2nd and 16.
Another try after the first down sack.
Lawrence able to hit his target, Lamb.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
The Packers ready to take over offensively.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Andy Lee now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, you know, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going. And that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins to throw it. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of 1st. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Murray, strong running. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. A solid first half for him, and so far a good start to the second half.
And I'm going to try not to go overboard with praise here, but I can't help it. He is playing so well. Really accurate with the ball, finding guys open downfield, and finding the end zone 3 times. That'll help offset the 1 interception.
Absolutely. Just that one pick, but the 3 touchdowns so far. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 7 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 1.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. 7 yards, the pickup there. 3 yards remain for second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 45-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Lawrence. This will go to Henry out wide.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Looking for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Lawrence going to throw again.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
Cousins on first down. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Cousins.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Got a man, it's Judy, complete.
Touchdown!
Jerry Judy with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for him. Didn't happen.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That one goes for 30 yards. From the gun, here's Cousins.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Cousins now. And that's going to be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Again, it's Cousins.
And he'll find Pittman. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now the pass finding its way to the hands of Eric Ebron. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
They begin with Henry. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, it's Henry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Cousins.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
2nd and 4.
Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They go play action. Cousins. Under pressure, they got him again.
Vita Vea picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter and now can really take some time off the clock.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Running from the gun with Henry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know, the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Pittman with a great grab. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He was looking for Michael Pittman that time.
And it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. And he's going to be taken down with 2nd and long after the hold. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry finding room at the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
69 yards on the ground for him so far.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Let's go.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Henry on 1st down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for New Orleans, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.